Hi guys, I'm Rick. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making sausage casserole. Alright, I'm starting out here on my 12-inch nonstick skillet, and I have a pound of breakfast sausage. I'm going to go ahead and fry this up and break it up, crumble it, get it nice and brown. And my skillet's still warming up. Alright, now that I have my sausage all browned up and crumbled, I would suggest draining it. I'm not draining it because it really didn't render off much fat at all. I'm just going to set this aside for now, and I'll come back to that later off the heat. Alright, I have a 9x13 baking pan here that I sprayed with some food release spray. I'm going to take 1/4 cup of margarine that I melted down in a microwave. And I'm also going to take, this calls for 3 cups of hash browns, frozen ones, you thaw them out. That's 26 ounces, so that's 2 ounces over 3 cups. I'm just going to go ahead and put all of it in, because the kids love potatoes. And what you want to do is you want to press this down to get rid of any moisture in there. So let me drain the water off of that. There really isn't any coming off. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in. All of my hash browns in. I'm just going to squeeze these over the cup here because I know this is a little over 3 cups worth of hash browns in here. And like I said, you want to thaw these in your fridge the night before. You don't want them frozen. Alright, now that I have all my hash browns in, I'm going to go in here with my hand and mix that margarine and hash browns together. And I was worried that that margarine would be too hot, that it would burn me, but the hash browns are still cold, so they cooled it off in a hurry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pat this down and whip the sides of my casserole or my baking pan with the hash browns. And I also want to coat the bottom of it with hash browns. Alright, now I'm going to crack 8 eggs into a large bowl, and I'm going to beat them up. Get them all down in there. And these are large eggs, by the way. If you would use jumbo, I'd probably use about 6 of them. Alright, now that I have all my eggs broken there, I'm going to mix these up real quick, scramble them. And this calls for 1/2 of a fresh onion diced up. Let's say I'm using dry onion, 1/2 cup. You can use either or. So I'm going to add in 1/2 cup of dried onion in there. I'm also going to add in a 16-ounce container of small curd cottage cheese. Make sure you get the small curd, not the large. Alright, get that all down in there. And I'm also going to add in 12 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese. Okay, use my measuring cup that I use for the potatoes. And if you go over a little bit, that's fine. Cheese is always good. It's more like 2 cups, but that's fine. And I'm also going to add in that sausage that I browned up. Okay, let me get this out of here. Okay, now I'm going to blend this all together. Alright, now I'm going to dump this right down in the center of that hash brown that I layered in there. I'm going to spread it out nice and even. Now I'm going to put this in a 375-degree oven for 1 hour. Then I'm going to take a fork. You can also use a toothpick. I don't have any. And you want to stick it down in there when it comes out clean. This will be done. And I have about 1 cup of cheese left over, 1.5 cups. I think when it's time for this to do the fork test, I'm going to put the rest of that cheese on top and put it back in for a few minutes, because I don't want to see that cheese go to waste, and everybody loves cheese. So I'll be back. Alright, this went for 1 hour and it passed the fork test. It's done. The fork came out clean. Now that leftover cheese I have, and it's strictly optional, you don't have to do this. I'm just going to sprinkle this over top of this, because I don't want to see this cheese go to waste. And I don't know how many times I have partial bags of cheese in the fridge and they just get skipped over, forgot about, and then they wind up in the trash. So I'm going to sprinkle this all over nice and even, and I'm going to throw this back in the oven for about 10 minutes till that cheese is melted and bubbly. Then I'm going to let this rest for a few minutes before I cut into it. Alright, this is done. I left it in the oven for 5 minutes, the cheese is melted, then I took it out and left it rest for another 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and serve this up and see what we got. Alright, there you have it. Sausage casserole. Give this a try. I think you'll like it, and until next time, I'll see ya.